Welcome back. Now we've got Eugene Uzum, who is Executive Assistant on Orientation to the Delta State Governor. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you very much.
You heard Dr. Cairo there speaking about what he thinks is going on wrong. Give us your response. The bailout funds. He says it's being mismanaged.
Well, thank you very much. We are in an era where the rumor mills are doing a whole lot of job. And also, it's very unfortunate that this is the part of the world where people celebrate payment of salaries. The payment of salaries are fundamental mandates of every government. And so back there in Delta State, we would not talking much about the payment of salaries because it is fundamental. And those are the things we are already doing.
Categorically.
Is
Delta State owing workers?
Categorically, Delta State is not owing any worker, even up to the last month.
What about the local government workers?
The local government workers, Delta State government is doing its dues in terms of supporting, in terms of the payment.
But are you owing any local government worker?
What is required of Delta State government in terms of the 10% allocation from the IGR and support to payment of local government salaries is being on. But hold on. We'll take on the issues first of all. We'll take on the issues on the bailout. We've had three trenches. The first one was a 14 billion naira fund. And specifically, the Delta State government paid out 3.1 billion for the payment of local government salaries and that of the councillors. Ahead of that, Delta State government has done over 300 kilometers of drainages, and also about 17% of that fund went into that place. Delta State government also paid out 5.1 billion for the payment of salaries and pension. These are all facts that are there for verification, especially on our state website. Okay. Going forward, please, let's take the three trenches. The second one was an 8 billion naira fund to the Delta State government. And the Delta State government, in the order of responsibility and priority, as well paid over 700 million for the payment of local government salaries. And at the same time, 45% of that amount of money went into capital projects, while 44.1%.
Okay. You heard Dr. Jugbo speak about
this. Yeah, I'm going to take the three trenches. I'll deal with the issues.
But you've not told us the amount that was received, those three trenches.
Yeah, I'm coming. I've mentioned two. Okay. I've mentioned two. The third trench is very recent, 13.1 billion. Delta State government paid out 2.1 billion naira for the payment of salaries, and some local governments were able to pay 3 months backlog, 4 months backlog in Delta State.
But what's the percentage the president says should be paid? Isn't it 70%?
75?
No, that's not the position. That's the
position of the president.
Let me tell you something about
75%
let me tell you something about you.
And you've paid just 2%, and you say that
get the position.
No, I just want you to respond to that.
No,
it was 75% by the president.
Get the position. There's something you need to know. Where some of these states are in their need of funds to pay the salaries, while some are only leveraging on it to do more. But if you have, for example, an epidemic in a particular state, for example, an epidemic or a hurricane, and you are meant to pay salaries, what would have been your priority?
No, we get your point. But the question is, there was an agreement that was signed off by the Ministry of Finance, the head of the media, when they signed the agreement upon which the condition precedent for which that bailout fund was issued to the states. That still is there.
No, that's not what we are negotiating. That's not what we're talking about. What we're looking at is how many months, what about states that are not paying up to 4 months, 5 months backlog? That's
the Delta states flout the order to pay 75% of salaries to the workers.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's why I'm giving you the breakdown of the trenches the way it came. So maybe when I take the last one, now you'll be able to get it from where we're coming from. Because away from the payments, we're also going to look at what the Delta State government has done differently. What the Delta State government has done with funds. That is the new story that we're going to talk about
now,
shortly.
Before you talk about what they've done, yes, it's understandable. If a state government has issues, pressing demands, they've got every right to address it. But the issue still remains that if the condition precedent was that, look, 75% of these funds should be used in paying salaries. Now, if you then face other challenges, it's a different kettle of fish entirely. It doesn't invalidate the fact that that agreement subsists. Yes or no?
That is not the position with Delta State. The position with Delta State is we had our priorities, we have our priorities, and a certain percentage and allocation has been paid out for local government salaries. But no, I'm coming.
What percent?
On the state, hold on, please.
What percent?
Sorry, please. On the state, on that of the state, Delta State government has paid in full up till this very month that we are in.
And your payments were not from the bailout funds?